from the sheriff's office that can perhaps answer a question for me? Sorry to put you on the spot. We all had to sign in yesterday and give our photo ID. Will the jurors have to do that? Do you know?
Yes.
Jason? They will need their photo ID?
Yes, for the law, correct?
Well, we signed in,
Crime scene law, everybody's got to sign up for the crime scene law.
but we had to sign in with the school in the front. They're not gonna have to do that.
They're not going to do that, no, just card in.
I had to give my driver's license to the front office, and then they issued this pass for me with my photo ID on it. State, I don't know, maybe you can answer this. I don't think the jurors.
I'm sure you can order that waived. This is a court procedure.
Okay.
It's the whole point of it was for this. The whole point of the law was for this data to occur. So the court can issue.
So there was two separate procedures that I had to follow along with the staff that worked with me. Number one, we had to sign in with the office and show our driver's license. And then they took our driver's license photo and put it on an ID badge, and then we had to wear that to be on the campus. I'm assuming the jurors are not going to have to do that. Myself and the sheriff's office had to do that yesterday.
So Judge, every time the defense has been there, we've been there several times, we have gained entry through the Broward Sheriff's Office. So, and nobody has been on campus. It's my understanding the campus will be closed tomorrow, so that may alleviate the need for the office check-in. But the defense has also provided the Broward Sheriff's Office a list of the members from the defense team that will be present.
Okay,
So I think we're going to be fine.
I had put something in the instructions that they need to bring their driver's license, but I don't think that they need to do that because they are who I say they are, I guess.
Right.
But I mean, they required it for me. I had to go back to the car to get my license before I could get in. So I'm thinking if they make the judge do it, I guess the judge can tell them not to make the jurors do it.
I think you can.
I think
Okay.
you can.
All right, I was just trying
And I don't
to
think
be
it's
respectful. Okay.
We'll contact the principal.
Okay, because that was kind of a long process. All right, so we're not gonna tell them that they have to bring the driver's license. Oh. And the crime scene log, they're not gonna keep that either because this is, like you said, for the jury review.
Yeah, the whole purpose
Got it.
for maintaining that building was for this. I mean,
Got it.
it's like,
Will there be some list as to, even if it's not part of the crime scene log, as to who is present and who enters the building?
Tony, Politano, is keeping track of everything.
Okay.
So, yes.
And Judge, I've reviewed your order in reference to D303, so for the purposes of what we're discussing now, we incorporate all of our arguments from our previous motions. We understand that the court denied some of our requests in 303. And one other thing, Judge, I've already given the state a copy of the defendant's waiver of appearance. He will not, although he's legally entitled to be at the crime scene view, as the court knows, he will not be attending. I have a written waiver. I understand that the court would probably like to do one in the morning, and that's not a problem. May I approach?
Sure.
Thank you.
Now, there is a Florida Supreme Court case that says even just the defendant not requesting to be present, just not speaking up when it was discussed is sufficient to waive a waiver. But both sides are still asking me to go over this tomorrow morning, correct?
yes.
Abundance of caution, yes.
Okay. So we'll do that first thing before we leave. All right. Now,
filed, based on the testimony that was presented by the state, the defense is prepared to file probably by close of business today a renewed objection to the crime scene in general. As the court is aware, one of the bases of our argument was that there was evidence and both photographs and videos in which the jury could review in order to evaluate the evidence. And the motion that we will be filing today will include an exhibit list of the actual evidence that the state moved in that we believe alleviates the need for the crime scene view. So we'll have that to you later this afternoon, and you can, and you had said in the initial order that after the presentation of the evidence from the state, that you
Sorry, I'm kidding.
the order when you denied our proffer, you said some of the things were premature, including what would be admitted into evidence during the trial. It's my understanding that the state, other than the crime scene view and a couple of victim impact statements, has no other evidence that they'll be moving in. So at this time, and with the motion that will file before the close of business today, the defense is requesting that the court reconsider your position as to the crime scene view in light of the evidence that has been admitted at trial, therefore alleviating the need for the jury to go to the crime scene because the jury has seen photographs, they have seen videos, they have seen the surveillance video of the entire shooting and testimony. So we don't need a hearing on that. You can rule on that in chambers, but that will be forthcoming before the view takes place.
Okay. I have a revised here's a revised.
Judge BSO just advised me that the school will be closed. There will be no need for ID
Okay.
or crime scene law.
Okay. Thank you, Sergeant. This is a revised draft encompassing some of the changes that we spoke about. I understand that the defense overall is objecting to much of this, but just with reference to the changes that were made, let me know if the changes are in line with, in your opinion, with what we just spoke about so that I can bring these folks back in and read this instruction and then excuse them for the day, and then we can talk about anything else we need to. I just don't want to keep them waiting for no reason.
Yeah, I just want to also introduce a couple exhibits.
While they're in here?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and start lining them up.
There, I have one suggestion.
Okay.
That, not to change anything.
Okay.
But I think it's human nature when you're doing something.
Right?
To point to something or look at something. So I would stress, nor should you point to or indicate any items at the scene to any other individual.
Okay, tell me where.
That's on, that's your number 3 on page 1. The second sentence. Nor should you point to or indicate any items at the scene to any other individuals. No,
So-
I think that's good. I just want
Oh,
we
so
can
you don't want me
stress
to, you want me to just,
stress it,
okay.
not eliminate it.
Right,
It's
okay.
perfect. I just wanted to stress it.
like nonverbal communication sort of.
Yeah, I mean, it's common, you know, you're watching a movie or something and a nod to somebody
Right,
or do
that's a
something.
good
So
point,
I just
okay.
would want you to just stress that.
Okay. Okay.
No objection from the state for this draft.
Okay.
We just maintain our previous objections. Will you also be reading this to them in the morning?
I can do that, or, because they weren't gonna come to court, or I could just, yes, I can just read it as it is right before they go in.
Thank you. Or written copy. Oh, you're giving them a written copy of this?
Are they going to be on 2 buses or 1? 2.
Oh, you will be given a copy of these rules. Okay.
Where does it say that?
Before number 1,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
I think I'll give them a copy to take with them on the bus, but if they don't want to carry around the rules, I'm not going to ask them to. These jurors are in a routine where they know that they can't talk, and if they have an issue, they have to tell one of the bailiffs. They give the bailiff a note. They're very well trained already, and very receptive to what's appropriate and what's not. Yes.